Your Goliath. We all have a perception of our Goliath. When I'm saying that, I'm thinking about the passage when David had to face Goliath, and he said to all the other fellow warriors, he said, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that should defy the name of the Lord?" And the other warriors in the children of Israel were afraid. They were terrified. They were hiding. But David wasn't afraid. Why? Because his viewpoint was totally different. What he went through fighting lions, tigers, and bears, all of those things added up to how he viewed his Goliath. So at the end of the day, when he was able to defeat those animals, he said, "I know I can defeat a human." Sometimes what we go through, we don't realize that God is training us for our view perception and where we need to go in victory. So when you look at Goliath, what is your viewpoint? When you look at your Goliath, what changes from what you've seen before? Is it because of what you went through, or is it because of what you're going through that leads you to your place of victory? What leads you to your Goliath? What changes your perspective in what's going on to your battle? Because one thing about Goliath is that there's spoils and there's reward waiting on the end of it. David asked the main question. He said, "What shall happen to the one that defeats Goliath?" And then the King Saul said, "Well, you get the wife's hand in marriage, and of course you get some trinkets and other things like that, some jewels and precious gifts." And so David says, "Hey, this is like bread for us. This is nothing. Let me go ahead and get this done. And all I need is really one stone, but I'm gonna take 5 just in case." As they say, because Goliath had 4 other brothers, so he said, just in case they want some, I got some for them too. My whole point is that if you start viewing your Goliath toward the place in victory instead of Goliath defeating your life, you will discover that there is so much more, and you will be happy to face your Goliath because you know Goliath is already coming to an end. Goliath already has no more power. Goliath already has lost his strength already. And all you got to do is just kill off your Goliath. Change your view of what Goliath is to you and watch God defeat so many other things. The Spirit of the Lord is upon you, for he has anointed you to do great things. Don't never downplay the anointing on your life just because you don't see the fullness and the value of what God has anointed you to do in your life. Because you can't look at your size. You can't look at your height. You can't look at your elements of what you fight with. You can't look at that. You got to look at what you have already the ability to do. Look at what you've already accomplished. Look at what you've already discovered in your other fights, in your faith to get up to this point, because everything else that you fought up to this point was an element to help build your faith. So how do you view your Goliath? Make the choice. Defeat your Goliath. No more running. Don't be scared, because they ain't never scared. Just know that how you view your Goliath will determine how you view your victory. Have an awesome day. Be blessed.